on your property? Contact Brandon at Be Dry. Inside, outside, they can dry you out. Water no more. Family landscape. Make your neighbors green with envy. Contact Russ. Make your yard Yeti ready. CBI cables. What the pros use. Custom audio, custom video, network and power cables built for your needs. CBI cables. Plug them in. Norris Candy, home of the original candy turkey joints. Check them out online or stop in 321 North Dockstader Ave in Rome, New York. Bag Square Brewing Company, downtown Utica. Authentic German beer, authentic German food. Try this schnitzel. Ask for a cross check. Utica's finest barber shop. Contact Jordan Baldwin or Kevin Beach on Booksy.com. It's where Crosscheck gets his haircuts. Duratagre for all your new construction plumbing needs. Outside, inside, all around the town. Contact Dura. You need the pipe? They have the pipes. Utica Club Lounge, where the Yeti hang out pre-game and post-game. Incredible food. We have live music. Have a drink with the Yeti. Get some autographs. Bay Farms, where the beef's at. Where the hay's at. Contact Jimmy Fay. Master Vito Hyundai. Make your move to Master Vito. The Yeti have. It's been a great season so far. What a score. Brandwide Distillery, Cortland, New York. Stop in, say hello to Jimbo. Check out the shop. While you're at the shop, get yourself a little sampler. Sample that coffee liqueur. Have a little gin and tonic, maybe. And I know he's got that rumski. Stop in. It's what the Yeti drink. Join us on Monday nights. Toast with Brandwide Distillery, Utica Mac Incorporated. For all your sales and service needs, contact Francis Simile, CRM Commercial Residential Management. Contact Jason down at CRM, Robert Dix Jr. Insurance Agency. Contact Bobby Dix, Rome Sign and Display Company, where we get all our banners here at the Yeti outfit. Liberty Affordable Housing. Eric Kiefer, LUTCF, local representative and a friend of the Yeti. The Be Dry System. Water issues in your basement, on your property, contact Brandon at Be Dry. Inside, outside, they can dry you out. Water no more. Family land.
Hello, Yeti Nation.
Hey, Greg Beecher, Yeti Nation. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. Happy last Monday of October.
Yes,
Bring on November.
here comes November. So, big news out of the Albany camp. So, the first ever female scout in the NLL is with the Albany Firewolves. Team Canada, we had the honor of getting to film the Team Canada's women's team, which, unfortunately for them, didn't pan out as well as the men's team did. But as far as we are concerned, as United States citizens, it really wasn't that bad for us because we made out all right.
I thought we did a great job representing and having an incredible time watching. By far, in my opinion, that was the best game that I've ever watched. Whatever sport that was, that was 1980 gold medal for Team USA hockey was
We uh
what we watched.
we
What
should
we
do a
watched.
watch party with that with the members. Let me know, guys, if you guys think that's a good idea. We'll hang out, watch that game, sit here on a Discord chat or something. It'll be an unlisted one, so we can watch it. And nobody will demonetize it. But that's a good idea. We
Maybe
should sit and watch
maybe
that.
we could talk to Tony and see if he'd like to sit in
That
and
would
have
be
some
cool, man.
get his bench side perspective on different things going on.
That would be really cool. That is a good idea. So let us know in the chat. Yeah, there we go. We got he just made some Mountain Dew
Where's mine? Cheers, brother. Cheers.
Sorry,
I can't
guys.
say. I got it.
I had
There we
the
go.
I had the volume on the media in the background, so it was like music's blasting over the top of us talking. But how about some of these goals? Yeah, and cheers by the way to OJ. But like, oh my goodness, that was just insane.
Incredible tournament that was, man. I mean, some of the games I watched, it was great to be inside the suite and being with the boys, hanging out, and just watching great lacrosse again, back to back. watching the being able to turn around after seeing that, turn around from that angle and turn around and watch it on the replay. That was pretty cool. Great job to BSB. Awesome job you guys did in getting it out on the side camera. Boop, right over his shoulder. How you like me now?
Huge shout out to CBI Cables. I'm actually really excited for the Yeti highlight. There's a really sweet save of Sully's in there, where that side camera and CBI Cables really show. But this is where it's my favorite too, because you see like that guy tiptoes around the top of the crease. So if you are a channel member, you get to watch these. I've been trying, because I am doing them as channel member things, to go through and slow down and stuff. Let me know what you guys think of the music. It's free music. I use the same song because I know it doesn't get copyrighted. I could do it without any music, but that's kind of that's not good either. I don't know.
Uh, you want to know what? Maybe there's some entrepreneur out there that is got some voiceovers that we can do and come through and do something.
Yeah.
something something squirrely. But the marksmen, they're on point, man.
Well,
I look forward to the day, and I'm sure I'm hopefully one of these days, whether it's at a tournament or something. I would love to, just for the honor of playing against them, is get an opportunity to run against those guys. That would be great.
yeah, that's a pretty impressive team they got. I always call them the Bombers because they've got the pinstripes like the Bronx Bombers there. So
Right,
like,
right.
yeah, that's what I always think of. But how about this goal right here? This kid just like barely scoops it up and touches it. And this is again CBI Cable really coming through in the clutch for this.
Just a one timer type thing. Whoop,
Yeah.
knocks it in. That's a great shot right there. They were the IBLA champions as well. They were the final champions.
Yeah, this pass too. So that's Ron John up here, 33, Ottawa Black Bears player. Hits his man behind the
But
net.
yeah,
Oh my goodness. That Ron John is a freak athlete, man. He never runs out of energy. He is just up and down the floor. He played for Tuskegee last year, not this past summer, but the one before, because this past summer he was actually playing in the PLL. But the year before he played, and man, is he just to watch when you see these guys in person, you can really see stuff like that is like, I'm slowing these down to minuscule percentages. Like this save right here, he totally has that guy faked out and bought, and I thought this was a goal until the CBI side cam. That's what I'm going to call them from now on. They're just going to be the CBI side cameras. Oh
what was
man,
on the line? What a great
no, no,
view.
no. The goalie Wizza saved it.
Oh, I did. Oh, he
So
saved it.
that's Mike Benedict's kid. That's Wissa Benedict.
Right.
So and the music started playing, but here's Aaron Coleman. We'll hopefully have him on here pretty soon with he was talking about getting one of the captains on, but I figured that was pretty fitting too. We start right with the Coleman highlight, the little shake and bake. Oh, we got Josh in the chats. Actually, Josh was going to Utica Tuesday, I think, so he'll be in Utica tomorrow. He said because he was asking if they had anything. Yeah, that rip from out there was deep.
Outside. Just outside. Toe was just on the line. Tyler's got a great outside shot.
Yeah, that was sick.
Yeah. He gets that goalie, take that small little step away,
And Sully save right here. They knock it out, and you guys end up just batting it all the way down, basically taking a icing. But right there, I mean, how? Yeah, this. Thank you so much, Paul, for hooking these up because these side cameras, and I wasn't even going to do it because it is a ton of work to get them set up. But
how'd the spools work getting it all wound up? Is that
oh
the
my
way to
good,
do it?
that
Or
is 100%. I need two more. I need power for my power cables. But yes, so I
okay.
ended up just cutting holes into the cardboard and I run one end out so I can run that back to the computer. No, pack up was so much easier. It's so much more organized. Yes, thank you so much again coming through in the clutch for us on that one, getting it done.
Yeah,
I should have the
that's fun.
CBI logo up here, but I unfortunately didn't quite. I'm not that
Big,
prepared.
big L tiptoe in the line.
I just like it too. The goalie racing back and then oh man, and he throws that short side. Even slowed down, it's hard to see how he gets that back short side. Oh, yeah,
Tyler with number 2.
yeah. This one I was even like he just goes completely backside. All his
He
momentum's
does.
Going, and he's
If
left-handed, so he's
Yeah, if you're a
left-handed
scout
throwing
on
it back
him,
across,
if
man.
you're a scout, I'm going to give the scout on him. He loves me because of the field game. He loves to get opposite pipe, and then he brings it back. He gets the goalie to step off pipe. Once he gets that goalie to step off pipe, he's got a hell of a shot.
Yeah.
Just putting the time in, putting the time in.
No, that's 100% what it is definitely the this
And he
bounce
got the
shot.
opportunity to play offense. I don't know if you noticed how much offense Tyler was running in the at LAXNAI this year. I know he's going on year 3. He wants to get some more runs. So putting the time in, helping coach. With coaching, you get the experience of being on the floor, explaining mind muscle memory, and great things are coming. Tyler does a great job. I'm pumped to have him around and doing what he does. Helps out with the kids immensely with the junior Yeti.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ty.
Who,
Appreciate you.
who is the what is the John Boy video? JOM Boy video. I'll have to check that
John
out.
Boy
He was
yesterday.
watching that. And he saw that there was a box lacrosse clip from the Nexus Center. Josh said he was watching, but no, this catch over here, this young man on the far side squats down, catches it, stands up, fires it, bouncer on the crease, and
Is that
man,
weird?
yeah,
That's my that's the the Phil Lesh put away
yeah.
right
So
there.
Sully with the big save there, but yeah, like he just drops down on one knee to catch it, and then throws this bounce shot. Beautiful pass from Sikosi over there too, because any higher it would have gotten picked off. But what a bouncer! Oh
Nice
man,
shot.
yeah, this
Another
A1A
Yeti.
team, man, they were good.
They were good. We was on our game. I mean, everybody was clicking. Everything was going good. Couple goal here and there, but we got out quick, and that's what you got to do in these tournaments. You can't wait for it.
Yeah,
You
and
got to
this
put them
rip
on.
from Snowman up top, man.
Got a lot of
Just
offensive
calling,
runs.
calling, calling. No, you guys were shooting good from outside. I think honestly, probably my pick of the year for the I guess the coaching maneuver and the player would have to be running Snowman out of that front door. I don't know if that was strictly a Tony idea or Johnny or you or who said, "Hey, let's start doing that." But kudos to putting Snowman out the front door. And as the season went along, you could see with him getting more runs up there, man, was he getting good. That would have been
He's
so
getting
sick. I
good.
was really hoping Jeremy Leary was going to score that. Tried that BTB coming down through, but
That was a nice one. It was a nice try.
this
Awesome
one,
effort.
Sully has no idea where the ball is. You can see, like, he's like, wait, oh shit, it's all the way around there, and now it's off my leg and in the net. This one, though, like the guy that grabs it, at first I was like, what is Sully staring at? Because it looks like he's looking at the guy who got it, but actually, here with this camera, you can see he's looking to the group of 3 guys, and that other guy gets it and bounces it in before he even realized what was happening.
It was quick reaction, and you lose it sometimes. Where's the ball? And before you know it, there it is. Pop a little off the shin guard in, or boop off your shoulder and in. It's like, oh, it happens.
Yeah.
Happens. But Sully had a great tournament. Mario had a great tournament.
One of my favorite
Uh,
parts was actually getting to watch Mario play and getting to, we don't get to see a lot of the guys play. So, like, I actually hung out more with Mario at Firewolves games than I got to watch him play in Yeti games because just the way it works out, we don't make some of them if Sully's playing. There's not a lot of home games. It's a very short season, that NABLL. I'm going to have to check out that guy Josh is talking about, John Boy. He, a famous YouTuber. I honestly, for doing what we do on social media and YouTube, I probably spend less time, unless they make motorcycle videos. I do watch a lot of those, and and people building, like, putting sick motors into mini bikes. I like all that silly stuff. It's yeah, I'm enjoying that now that I can't run or do anything fast. It's kind of a lot of fun to kind of sit and go fast on and just twist the throttle a little bit with my thumb. That's like, oh, way
this
easier.
It's way easier. And you want to know what the wind in your face? the bugs in your teeth. It's a good thing.
I wear a full face helmet all the time. I do
I,
not enjoy. I've unfortunately I have been run off the road on a motorcycle. I didn't have a full face helmet on, but I had my jacket, and I ended up. Yeah, I had no injuries. I got up, walked right away, but it's because I had a jacket and I did have a DOT helmet on. I put a chip in the back of it that would have been a rock with staples, and I could have been like Charity when she crashed the dirt bike without a helmet on, and she got staples, and I just had a little chip on my helmet. So,
yeah,
no, I'm a,
yeah.
I'm a big helmet guy. They're a must for me.
They're a
My
must. They're
yeah.
a must. As far as they're a great recreation time, but this much more. This is more my style.
Yeah, 100%. So Justin Getty, Mustang Sally. Shout out to Mustang Sally for having like one of the best names ever. I wish I had had the music queued up for him. Ride Sally Ride. But
Yep.
Marshall King placed on the physically unable to perform list. I honestly think Justin Getty could be the key to the Desert Dogs turning it around. I was a big Getty fan. We didn't get to see a ton of him when we saw him. He's no Dougie, but he is a very good young goalie. I think it's going to be a huge pickup. I'm sure Josh can also.
He's a big boy. That was one of the things that I thought. He had some great. Eh, his PT time when Dougie was out, I thought was very solid. Very solid.
Oh, awesome! And thanks. We got Mike in the comments. He's the USA film guy there that helped us out with the wireless stuff, so we were
Hey,
able to
Mike.
actually catch
Hello.
the terrible head ball trick actually works. Things you missed. That's awesome. But yeah, he was the whole reason we were able to get the Netherlands and the Haudenosaunee women's game with the one camera we got working well. The other side I didn't quite get dialed in. And is awesome. He sends us some wireless stuff that we're gonna try out this year for some of the shorter like one game things where it's kind of not feasible to run all those wires. With the tournament style, I do absolutely love having the cables just for the reliability because even then like one of the cables kind of got tugged out. I don't know. I just every time I've tried wireless, whenever something gets really busy, like you get an arena that has 1,000 people in it, it
Yeah.
gets hard, man. There's a lot of signals bouncing. And plus, we watched that dome production setup, and there's a reason those big money ones are using cables. It's not because wireless works better, I would imagine. I mean, I do love it for the short distances. I think it'd be really cool to be able to do like my daughter's games outdoors where there's not a ton of people. So go set something up like that. But the yeah, the wireless it is the future, everybody says, but I do prefer a nice hard line cable. I am a big
As
fan of
do
that.
I cannot lie that CBI cables is what the pros use.
It
Plug them
is.
in.
Plug them in. I love that. Yeah, that is the other thing too. We are spoiled, so we have a huge advantage that we have you working at CBI Cables. So yes, Mike, if you ever need any cables, definitely get a
Please,
hold of us.
please, please.
Yeah, he has
Get
my
in
number. I will
contact.
definitely.
Get in contact with one of our sales personnel, and we'll get you guys hooked right up with the, the world's best. It's proven.
There you go. All right. So as far as news going in, it's mainly guys kind of coming on and off the injury list. Now, I think this is kind of like hockey used to be, where you don't get much from it. It's like, oh, he's got a lower body injury, or he's the physically unable to perform. Well, did he, tweak himself, or is he got something serious going on? It is a little hard to kind of figure
How
out.
many of these guys are needing a month off to just get their bodies ready for another grind? I
Well,
mean, the
you
Bandits
got
went all the way. Albany guys went all the way. They went from there playing into the summer
MSL,
league
and then so
into
some
the
guys played
world.
field, some guys play MSL, then the Worlds. I think Josh was 100% right. It was a beautiful thing to let Alex Simmons kind of sit a little bit. They didn't have to use him. The only thing that I ever wonder about is it's hard to replace that game speed experience. You gotta think it gives a huge edge to some of these teams coming in. With that being said, Buffalo's got to be a big favorite for some of the players, but Matty Vince not playing anywhere this summer. What do you think?
I think it was a smart idea. The legend going for the three-peat. Uh, you got to think that he knows mentally what he's got to do. I'm sure he's doing some sort of physical workout and keeping himself in
You ever
in
seen him
game
without his
shape.
gear on? He's a
No.
freak athlete. Oh my goodness, he
Oh, is
is
he
a
another?
absolute specimen of a human being. Like you look at him and he's almost like semi-pro bodybuilder. He's not huge, but he is jacked and he is just in phenomenal shape and his flexibility. Like you watch him stretch. We get to the games an hour or two early a lot of times, and I like the goalie routines and stuff. I'm fascinated by some of the exercises and warm-ups these guys do. He's one of those guys. He's got a very interesting routine. If you ever get to go to one of the Bandits games an hour early, he'll be out there all by himself. Starts out with just the sweatpants on and t-shirt. Then he's out there with his lowers on doing stuff. He's got something for everything. It's
Yep.
very methodical. Um, I
There's a
picture him
routine.
like
Oh
that
yeah.
Tom Brady style. Keep your body in shape. The
Oh
rest of it
yeah.
will take care of itself.
Exactly. The mind muscle memory. How long's this guy been taking shots? He doesn't need any more. He needs to keep himself limber, nimble, and focused on a three-peat. That's what he's got. That's his. I'm sure that. Come on, he's a legend. He's already a legend now. He's thinking that. You got to be thinking that.
Yeah. No, he definitely is, and I think though. Um, Buffalo needs to figure out their backup this year. I don't know how many more years you get. You're never going to push Vince out. I think he's earned that right. He kind of gets to decide when it's
Sure.
time. But we saw last year that they had some drastic problems in that. They tried a couple different guys. Shanahan did not seem to fit there. They brought in, I think, Orleman, and that didn't really work either. No, they got to figure something out. Like Josh said, though, it's hard to have a great backup because who wants to sit?
Who wants to sit? But then again, you take a look at any college Division 1 school that there's 50 kids on the bench,
Well, and
and
he brings up a
I
good point with Getty though, missing training camp. So, how much stock do you put in these training camps? Because like Landon Kells always tears it up in the MSL. You have never been a big Kells fan.
no, no, hey, he's not big enough.
So honestly though,
You want a big goalie, I think.
I
Yeah,
think this is what you're talking about though. So the MSL nets are 3 inches smaller.
that's
That
true.
is a huge difference when you're
It's a huge
talking about
difference.
these guys are playing at a different level than I mean 3 inches is a ball width, so you've literally given some of the best shooters in the world that extra ball width, and I think that makes a big difference though. I think that's why guys like Dougie, I think Getty's going to be a better goalie than Kells. They had that Watson kid, he didn't do very good. He's from over here somewhere, but yeah, he did not do good. He played for the Bats in the first LAXNAI ever, which was pretty cool. But yeah, then I don't know. I think they could answer it though. I think if Getty gets hot, but boy, that makes that very interesting because Vegas has got a fairly good defense, and really, I say it all the
You got a
time.
left side.
You just
I'd
need a
love
hot
to see
goalie.
Hannah. You got to get Hannah and Birdie on the same page. Those two guys are huge. They're big guys, just like you got Dane and what's his name, 22 there, Burn. Size wise, I don't know. I was standing next to these guys, even standing next to Jammer. I'm like, holy shit! Either I'm shrinking or these guys are just getting bigger because I remember Jammer when he was at OCC and then over at Cuse and being around him at clinics and stuff. He wasn't that whether it was height wise or these guys they're pro athletes. They've taken it past the college level. They're getting themselves in physical condition that is it's world class, and it shows when it's on the field. The stuff that they're doing it's insane.
So I gotta ask now, getting to watch Worlds, getting to watch LAXNAI, who is the most surprising player you've seen in person now, like in real life that you just, wow, they're so much bigger, or wow, they're so much faster than I thought. Like I can honestly say I thought Lyle Thompson was a lot bigger than I was expecting him to be, and Nate Grennan, that kid can jump like he's got those like Blaine Statler legs where they just fly through the air. Like I mean, once they take off, I think Grennan is going to be the biggest miss from Albany. I understand that you're bringing in Dyson, you've got a fully loaded offense with so much young talent that it makes it hard to. I mean, who are you going to get rid of? I get what happened there, But
experienced young talent too.
I also think though that Grennan is going to be very missed for his loose ball, and more than the loose ball acumen is he could
That
draw
dog.
your top defender off his game and make him want to fight him.
Yep.
Like Sturos, he's also great at that. Sturos is at a contract year too, so I don't know what's going on with Sturos. I'd love to see him back at Albany. I'm sure he would love to be back at Albany, but we never know. Uh,
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, see that's it right there with Leo not being signed. And I honestly, so I don't know. So Albany goes in last year. Nobody thinks they're going to do anything. They're the underdogs. They go. It is a totally different season this year. You've got a lot of young uh, offensive pieces. You brought in some defensive pieces. You got Wagner, and the thing with Sturos is I mean, we've seen Sturos play all over the place. He's an absolute stud. He doesn't get tired. He will get you into the. He's one of those guys. He takes such good care of himself too that he's durable. Like he doesn't miss a lot of time ever. You don't
Hmm.
worry about him missing games for being injured. I think he missed the only game they've missed. Him and Marshall both. I think there was it was like a family thing. It was something. It wasn't like a physical thing. But no, I mean, yeah, I can't. I, I don't know. Clarkey is really going to either earn his title of GM Coach of the Year, or he is going to make everybody wonder if that was a fluke. But I mean, obviously he's got the job, and that's why he is where he is. But no, I mean there's constant moving pieces. I would never want to make those decisions because yeah, I'm not built like that. I couldn't because there's so many guys. I don't know. You got to look through that roster, and we will get a chance. I love this post. So Albany, their social media has been doing pretty good. They
They're kicking it. They've contacted me every day.
yeah.
We are still looking. Several of us coming down on the 30th for opening night. So pretty pumped up
Do
about
we need
that.
to add more tickets, or is everybody
There's
else
a
getting?
possibility that let me get the word surrounded up, and we'll see what we got going on.
Yeah. No, we will. We can definitely do that. They are great to for us whenever we call them. Yeah, it's gonna be. Oh boy. Training camp starting, open practice next weekend. I believe we're gonna go. I wasn't sure if we were gonna make it or not. Yeah, the Firewolves training camp roster. I have not seen that. Josh has like the inside scoop on everything. I was trying to check it out actually
That's
on
why.
here.
That's why he wears the cape, brother. That's why
That's
he
why
wears
he
the
wears the
cape.
cape.
That's why he wears the cape.
Yeah. The I think Josh finds everything on Twitter. It seems to be where yeah,
There's a
fall
couple people on
skills.
Twitter. I don't get on my pad. Is I social media. I scan quickly. I check the likes of what I post, and then I get out. I ain't got the time. I got to get the time.
OJ wants an invite to the Firewolves training camp. No, I did not see the Firewolves training camp roster. I'm not sure where he found that. Boy,
He knows what he's doing.
he does. There's the fall
But
skill
getting back to it, yeah,
fancy
all
player.
honesty, you asked me a question earlier in regards to who did I think. I really thought that the duo, the Bandits duo. I really thought, looking at those size, being behind the boards and everything, and they come up to get the ball, whatever, and they're near the boards. Yeah, they're big. But when you're literally standing right next to them, and you're like, holy, this dude has got to be 6'6", 6'7", 6'8". I mean, there's some very tall guys. You take the trajectory of the ball. That's a whole different style of game. You're playing above the rim concept with being that tall, and now you got the stick out taking shots. That's a whole different aspect of shooting too.
And actually, there will be a bunch of guys that we will know at that open practice. So, like I
Really?
know, yeah. Oh, McKinney will be there. Maloney will be there. They go all the time to the. They've made it fairly deep a couple times. Some of the guys from Collar City, they make it
Yep.
to some of the practice rosters and stuff. No,
There.
but so looking at this, at the roster with the defense. So I don't know. There's a couple guys I don't know very much about, so it's hard to say who I would get rid of for going on and trying to pick Leo. But I can tell you right now, a bigger Leo Sturos fan than a Jackson Reed fan. I he's a solid player. I don't know though. I just Leo can get up the floor and what he brings to your team, drawing penalties without taking them, I
Yeah.
think is a big thing, and I think that's something that really Buffalo buckled down on in the finals, and you see how important that is because I mean once Buffalo was able to do that and kind of turn that around on Albany, it really kind of that the series was over.
Well, and that's when Grennan was going to the penalty box versus one of the Buffalo
Which maybe
players,
is why he's gone now.
right? Well,
So,
there's
but I mean, like, look,
penalty time kills you.
yeah, looking through this though, I mean, so that Eric Fennell, love watching him. I believe he's coming from Halifax, I think. Yeah, no, I'm like 90% sure. But I don't know, is it Cates or Cats and Ward? But Piatelli, he's been there for a few years. He's a great team guy. He's always down on the floor after the game to meet everybody, even when he doesn't dress. If he's injured, whatever is going on, he always is down there. Super nice, great with the kids, signing autographs. Travis Longbow, I think, is going to surprise everybody this year, as well as Marshall. But I really think Longbow is going to be the surprise player of the year. He's another guy way bigger when you're standing next to him than he looks down there because he doesn't look that big. His one leg from his injury, his knee injury, was there was an
Yeah.
inch difference in circumference in his thigh.
Oh yeah.
He's a
Oh yeah.
freaking stud, man. That guy and strong. Holy crap! You watch the way these guys. I got to watch some of them work out, and it is absolutely nuts. So Kid's back though for. I did like Kid. He was a good backup.
I'm trying to see where the goalies are. Oh,
It's
it's
on the
underneath.
bottom. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, I don't have it quite dragged up enough for you. Yeah, not
No,
very
you're
good
all
at
good.
this.
No, you're much better than I, brother.
There we go. Now you can see the goalies.
And as far as speaking of the social media concept, pretty soon the Yeti website will be up and running in a much better fashion. Aaron Coleman has taken over that aspect and helped me reboot the .com. We're gonna get it rocking.
Up and ready to roll. All right, so
Up and
what other Yeti news? What is going on with the Yeti?
Oh, we're getting ready. As far as Aaron has got some tryouts coming up out in Rochester. We're going to be doing a tryout for the Boxla Border Wars here in Utica. So he's got a tryout coming up for that. We're getting ready to finalize our dates at the Nexus Center so that we can get our youth programs up and running and get some kids ready to go down to Albany. Aaron's also got the Albany Firewolves will be having a tournament as well that the Junior Yeti will be going down to. So good to hear about that too. And the next step is continue to work with the women's program. We got time slots. It's now getting the word out and advertising crazily to get some girls that want to come out and be the next Aaron Bakes. You
Yeah,
know,
that was
it's
cool. That was really, yeah, we're definitely going to do that together and watch. So in the comments, they're telling us pick our top five starting offense and defense. If we're talking Firewolves, I don't think it's going to take me very long. So I've definitely got Simmons, Kurtz, Longboats, Powless, and Walker.
yeah.
So there's my
Yeah.
offense that took about 3 seconds. On defense, I'm going with Kaschuk, Watkinson. I better count them so I don't screw it up. Nardella, Tchaikovsky. Um, Boy, who am I putting in that? So I'm a big Nishimura fan, but I think Volkov is going to be better this year. I think we're going to see him progress. Nishimura is I mean, he's one of those guys too, kind of like Sturos, like runs, gets up the floor, probably has a little more transition than Sturos, which is why I didn't bring him up earlier when I was bringing up the Reed, why I would probably take Sturos over Reed. But no, I think Nishimura definitely gets up the field a little bit more. That Volkov kid, he's gonna get a little bit more experience. It's going to be a good year for him. I anticipate. I anticipate, anyways. I think he's gonna be probably our defender of the year. But I mean, where's Wagner? Did I skip him? Oh
He's
yeah,
on there.
yeah.
John's
No,
on
Wagner
there.
and Wagner honestly is probably my number one guy. I think he's was the most underrated reason on why they made it.
That was a great pickup. That's no question.
He's just got to stop spinning around and taking shots in the back of the head.
Yeah, well, you want to know what? Players do what players do. My question that I had real quick with Volkov and
Nishimura?
Nishimura, did they play in the Worlds for any of the national teams?
I didn't see him. Doesn't mean they
Okay,
didn't, but
right,
they didn't play in front of me. Although I don't really do the rosters much because when I'm running, yeah, it's a little bit different setup
right,
compared to when
right,
we're,
right.
yeah, I'm working on replays and trying to get things going. But
Yeah,
it's a
no,
little different than when we're calling the games as well.
right, 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 right. Yeah, you got your announcers doing their job, and you guys are doing the production.
Yeah.
Yes,
All the
and it's
women go to Tri-City Lacrosse and have them message the Yeti. They will make sure that they get in touch. Josh was asking, there's some people asking about their daughters. The Smoke program was running. I don't know if he's still running down there. Smoke. I think he's only field.
his son is running with us on the U18, so I'm not sure if they're also they may still be
Well,
doing
they
some clinical stuff and everything.
right.
He's still got the dojo, I'm assuming.
No, yeah, that's all in full. Yeah, but I think as far as running the team goes, I think they're going to be playing with you guys, and I think he's mainly doing field and private tutorials. Like he'll still probably have all of his stuff going, but
Right.
as far as like winter pickup times and everything, the pickup circuit is fun because that's where guys are really trying some silly stuff. I mean, but it's cool now. Are you guys going to do pickup all winter?
We are going to be doing. We have time slots. They're going to be Sunday and Wednesday nights. Sunday is going to be for our youth programs for the Junior Yeti. Are probably. I'm not even going to go to speculate. It's either they're going to be either on Wednesday or Sunday night. So I'm assuming for the travel purposes, Aaron will probably go Sunday nights. But we also want to have an open. We're going to try something new this year with open pickup for the high school kids. The high school kids at that who are able to still stick around and want to run also with the mall walkers and those that are post collegiate and want to run around and have a good time afterwards and still get more box. We're gonna be running after them. That'd be Wednesday nights.
Get more box, but not quite that physical style. More of the
We play if the
it's
Masters that you have watched out in the Buffalo for those tournaments out there.
yeah.
That's a whole different Masters element than what we experienced here at the Nexus. Yeah, they're bumping hips. That's the best way to explain it. No, we don't play full blown contact. We are inviting women that if they want to come run with us, it's proven that we
Anybody who
can do
wants
it.
to go do it and hang, get out there and play.
Get out here. You got to have U.S. lacrosse insurance. That's the number one priority. And then it's $10 a night. We're going to be doing firing this up here probably in the next couple of weeks, and we're just waiting for the Nexus to get their whole hockey schedules all put in place. But we're keeping
Go from there.
the 30th open for getting down to Albany to watch some Firewolves.
All right, so everybody make sure you pay attention to the social media if you want to play. All right, who's winning the first game? I think the Black Bears. I think they're coming in with all that hype. They've got Zach Higgins playing. They have, Sundown. Their whole offense was getting revamped. Unless something happens to Jeff T, I see this being the Black Bears. I think they're going to, I think they're going to try to make a statement.
Well, you said the name right there. That was my number one pick last year, and I got to say that you know what, Ottawa's going to pull it. I think they're going to knock Canada on the door upside the noggin, and they're going to steal one.
Yeah, I think they are. I think what it always comes down to there, though, is Nick Rose. When he's on, man, is he tough to beat.
They all are
What a
great.
nice guy, too.
Yeah, but they're all that great. There's a reason why they're in the net right
I
now.
mean, they're all good, but I think there's a difference between. So, who are your top five goalies in the NLL right now? Is Rose in that conversation?
Yeah,
See, I'm
absolutely.
going right now. Sorry, Dougie, but Vince is one, and then I go Dougie,
Yeah.
and then I'm probably putting Rose in there.
What about Del Blanco or Del
Del
Bianco?
Bianco, but I don't know if Del Bianco's playing.
Oh, he still hasn't signed anywhere, huh?
As far as I know, he's not anywhere, so that's why I don't count Del Bianco. I
Well,
mean,
there you go.
obviously, I honestly think Del Bianco is the best transition goalie of all time. I think watching him is he's on a different level the way he throws the pass. He's so athletic, he's so fast. I think he honestly is the best. I think automatically that puts him in the top 5, but if he's not playing, we can't count him. And I would put him just above Rose just because he helps your offense out so much. I think that gives him the edge because I think he can play solidly defensively as good as Rose, but I think he has that added offense.
Yeah. Yep. What about Hill? Warren get enough rest during the summer?
I think Warren Hill is one of the probably nicest guys. He seems super friendly. I've had a chance to talk to him like once, and he just very nice, very humble. I think Warren Hill goes through cold spurts though, where he is tough to be your number one goalie.
Right.
Um, just like Dougie though. Dougie has some off nights where you're like, "What are you doing, Dougie?" Usually though, you pull him, you get him back in, he's good to go. Hill, I don't know so much. And so Josh made a great comment about the not looking so good in the Haudenosaunee. So the Haudenosaunee though, I think the problem you run into is they play a very creative positionless style of lacrosse, which I don't think suits Longboat. I think he's a structure oriented, get in there, dig it out, get it, systems, likes to cycle. He works really well with the Canadian players. Excuse me. But he also, I mean, he works great with Marshall too, but I think that's just years and years of knowing Marshall and playing with him. And I think through Worlds, he probably would have been a little better if they had left him more with Lyle, who he had played with the Chiefs and stuff like that. But I think he really likes the familiarity. I think this year is going to be huge for him. I really, yeah, no, I think he's absolutely Del Bianco to play. He'd sit out for the year. Yeah, no, you talk about a guy who might really, yeah, boy, can you take a year off and still play at that level? Maybe because he's playing Senior B. He played in the summer, and I'm sure even though he's not playing, he'll be playing somewhere. But yeah. Oh,
Can
so
he?
yeah, I'm laughing at Josh's comment. Josh, as much as a Dougie fan as I am, until somebody takes that title from Matty Vince, I think it's kind of,
I
yeah, I don't
agree.
know. I
That's
just,
a tough one.
and I will 100%. But he says his top goalie is Nick Rose. So, yeah, boy. Rose is good, but I honestly think, but you know what? It might just be that Buffalo style too.
Well, watch how the defense sags in, and
That's what I
they
mean. They
they don't
really play
allow
with
them
three
shots
goalies.
through. Yeah,
They
yeah.
play with three goalies. They're bottom two defenders who are sitting on the pipe watching that backdoor pass. Yes, you're tying up the pass, but you're also expected to basically be in the
You're a
net.
soaker. You're soaking without the pads,
Yeah.
and
It,
kudos to those guys. Hence another reason why they're pros.
but here's
To
the other thing, though, that a lot of people don't think about when you think about Buffalo is they've got a couple old guys with their defense, but man, are they young. I mean,
yeah,
look at how young Belter is. Belter's only
yeah,
what, second year going into his second season. They've got a ton of young defensive talent. Briolo is an absolute stud. I think that, and that's why I think Buffalo's so good though. You watch the way those guys work, and they're all very serious, adamant professionals. Priolo leads by example. He's out there. John Tavares, we seen him coaching the Club 24 Heat team, and he is just like he's a madman when he's out there, man. He takes
yeah,
everything
yeah.
serious. Yeah,
He was
it's a
there.
yeah, he was.
That's the great thing about the igloo. That's it's bringing the world's best. Thank you for people coming. Keep coming to Utica. Love it.
Yeah. And here's the big one right there.
There's the big one right there. I mean, it's the same night, isn't it?
It's
Isn't that
whiteout.
the 30th?
Yeah.
No, the 30th. Yeah, no, it's the same night as the Albany.
No, no, no. The 29th is the night before. So these guys are playing the night before, and then the 30th is Vegas. Yeah, no, we're gonna have to no,
Right.
we're gonna be
It's the
watching
30th.
that one tomorrow morning. Yeah, no, the 30th, and then we'll have to watch that one Sunday, and then we'll be talking about it on Monday on the show. But
Yep.
yeah, no, we're going to that one. It does suck though because it is in Rochester, and you
Yeah.
could potentially go, but Albany's
I, it's about 25 minutes closer to come to Albany.
yeah.
So
And
And
Josh
we
does
got
bring
all
up
of
a good point that Toronto was number one in the season, so they should by rights be able to really beat the Black Bears going into it. But I would say that I don't know. I also think Toronto is going to take a big step forward as long as Schreiber comes back healthy. I
them. That's
think.
what I was just going to ask you. Well, how's the shoulder looking at this point in
Well,
time? Is
right.
recovery mid-season?
I don't know, but I've also seen Latrell Harris playing. He's back. That's huge.
Yeah.
That was one of the biggest losses, and he doesn't really get the props and accolades because he doesn't score a lot of goals. But he is up there in that offensive transition. He will get a few goals, which I think was a big part that was missed. Is we talk about it all the time. All of these games are 1 or 2 goal games. How many transition goals do you get? Usually it comes down to transition. You can expect your offense you should expect your offense to be able to keep up with the other team's offense. What sets you apart seems to be who can get those transition goals, who can get the special teams goals, who gets all that different kind of stuff.
With that being said, has there been any type of rule changes that you know that they were going to be discussing or going through or possible making changes to? I mean, it seems pretty cut and dried. I mean, everything is that's a great thing about lacrosse. It's pretty. What could you change? Face off. Face offs have been awesome the past couple of years that we've been watching. I mean, everybody's got their specialist. You got to have a specialist of some sort. And
Well, I mean, look at what happened with Buffalo. They literally
yeah,
brought in a guy just because it was killing them so bad, and then they turned the season around. So I mean,
uh,
I love it. Everybody talks about how faceoffs aren't important. Stamper's big on this. He's statistically faceoffs aren't that important. It's like I say with your goalie. It's not about always the save percentage. It's about when you make the big saves. When can you win that? I think. Honestly, I think Nardella is the number one faceoff guy in the NLL, but I think it's because not necessarily that he's going to have a better percentage than everybody, but Joe Nardella is a dog, and you are going to win the faceoffs you need to win, or you're not going to lose it cleanly. There's no way if you need possession, he's going to lose it cleanly. He's an absolute dog out there. Yeah, he's a beast. I'm a huge Nardella fan. I think his defense has gotten better and better every year. I expect this year to be more of the same. Yeah, getting to watch him out there, he's good. He's
and that's another year off of coming off an injury, correct? Didn't he have a knee
he
injury
had
the year before?
ACL the year before, and he came
So I
back.
mean, that's another year of strength and getting that ability to explode on that leg is going to be awesome.
No,
That's great to hear.
as long as the Firewolves defense, honestly, I think it really comes down to the. I mean, you got to expect that all the defenses now have a year of film on your team.
Yep.
What do we got? Can they change the X's and O's enough to make it work? I mean, it's you're bringing in Dyson Williams. Other than that, you changed out Grennan. You got a couple minor changes, but most of those guys were kind of fill here, fill there guys that are only getting a handful of shifts a game. It's not the guy you're sending out the door every time. I'll be
Right.
really interested to see how Marshall plays because he didn't play this summer. He coached all summer.
Yep.
I'm sure he's playing and he can be all over the place, but it'll be interesting to see. I think it's hard to replicate that game speed.
Game state, but the stick is, as long as that is fine tuned and you're shooting and where you're placing it. I mean, you see these guys shoot. They've
Yeah,
shot so many times. It's riding a bike, pulling the wheelie and riding the wheelie for a
yeah.
block and a half and getting to the end, doing an endo, turning it around and riding it back another
Oh
wheelie.
yeah. So
That's how.
yeah, Josh again in the comments. He's got Vancouver over Colorado. I think Colorado. So it depends. They had he was injured last year. Now I can't remember his name, but I honestly don't think Colorado is going to be. They're going to be Colorado. They're going to be mediocre, and hopefully they'll get a run at the end of the year for the sake of making everything interesting. But I think Vancouver is going to definitely be in the playoffs this year. That's I would
I,
say go ahead and lock it down right now. Uh, Mouse year 2, lock him in. He's starting to
yeah,
get his guys.
yeah.
They will be in the playoffs this year. I didn't think they were going to do as good as they did last year towards the end of the year. They really started coming around, but I think they're going to be in. I think Philly, yeah, I think they got rid of Day, but I think they got bigger problems than that. I think Philly's a couple years away. I think they're probably going to be our bottom of the barrel team this year.
There's a lot of Philly fans that don't like you right now.
Oh, I'm sure. I
And
am
F
100%.
Shopper. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. No, and so taking Rochester over Vegas, well, the Connor Field show should be in, but honestly, I think what it comes down to with Vegas is what's going to happen. Is Getty going to be playing? Is Kells going to be playing? Is Kells going to be playing just because he plays in the MSL? I think that has a lot to do with it. I think those 3-inch nets are different because you talk about it. Kells is not that big, but Del Bianco's not that big either. But he is such a freak athlete like Vince that they make up for it. They're
They're a little
so
bit wider,
fast.
though. You say
Del
wider.
Bianco, is it? You ever seen him in? So
No,
when we were walking out of the Nexus Center, he's OJ's buddy. So all of a sudden we hear somebody
you're
yelling.
saying that,
Yeah. Oh, and so I turned around and I didn't know who he was without his goalie gear on because he doesn't look that much bigger than I am.
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I mean, who knows? It'll be superstition fandom can't pick Firewolves versus Sask. It doesn't matter. We're beating Saskatchewan. I think they're going to have a better year too, but they are another team that needs to answer their goalie problem. Shigliano was not the guy last year for them. Started to come around. I don't know. It's hard though, and I'm saying he's not the guy. These guys are all still phenomenal goalies and better than, you know, they're in the top 500.
That's why they're pros. And we've watched the best of the best in the last 2 months.
Yeah. All right. We said we were going to wrap it up at 30 minutes. We were wrapping it up. Now we're at 50 something minutes. Paul, wrapping us up. Send us out of here for the night.
Send us out. Hey, Yeti Nation. Hey, those that are just starting to tune in, keep checking out. Greg's got some great Blue Squatch production clips coming out. Sign up. Greg, you're going to have to tell them after this. Sign up to become a member because that's when you get to really get the good clips where you want to come back for more and watch some more. Check them out. Get a hold of Greg. Blue Squatch Productions. We're here every Monday night. We're fighting against, Hall of Famers, Peyton and his brother there. What's his name? Eli. It's Monday Night Football, and guess what? We got how many people on right now? How many people are
We
with
had
us
10
right
of
now,
us.
Greg?
11
We
of
got 10
us.
of us. 11 of us. Hey, 11 of us. Thank you very much for being here tonight. Those who are going to check us out tomorrow, thank you for tuning in. Check us out next week because we're going to come back. There's going to be more NNL action coming and a lot more Greg Blue Squatch production clips. Peace.
Thanks so much, everybody. Have a good night. We'll talk to you next week.
Some autographs. Bay Farms. Where the beef's at? Where the hay's at? Contact Jimmy Fay. Master Vito Hyundai. Make your move to Master Vito. The Yeti have. It's been a great season so far. What a score. Brandwide Distillery. Cortland, New York. Stop in. Say hello to Jimbo. Check out the shop. While you're at the shop, get yourself a little sampler. Sample that coffee liqueur. Have a little gin and tonic, maybe. And I know he's got that rumski. Stop in. It's what the Yeti drink. Join us on Monday nights. Toast with Brandwide Distillery. Utica Mac Incorporated. For all your sales and service needs, contact Francis Simile, CRM Commercial Residential Management. Contact Jason down at CRM. Robert Dix Jr. Insurance Agency. Contact Bobby Dix, Rome Sign and Display Company, where we get all our banners here at the Yeti outfit. Liberty Affordable Housing. Eric Kiefer, LUTCF, local representative and a friend of the Yeti. The B-Dry System. Water issues in your basement, on your property, contact Brandon at B-Dry. Inside, outside, they can dry you out. Water no more. Family Landscape, make your neighbors green with envy. Contact Russ, make your yard Yeti ready. CBI Cables, what the pros use. Custom audio, custom video, network and power cables, built for your needs. CBI Cables, plug them in. Norris Candy, home of the original candy turkey joints. Check them out online or stop in 321 North Dockstader Ave in Rome, New York. Bank Square Brewing Company, downtown Utica. Authentic German beer, authentic German food. Try this schnitzel. Ask for a cross check. Utica's finest barber shop. Contact Jordan Baldwin or Kevin Beach on Booksy.com. It's where Crosscheck gets his haircuts. Duratagre for all your new construction plumbing needs. Outside, inside, all around the town. Contact Dura. You need the pipe? They have the pipes. Utica Club Lounge, where the Yeti hang out pre-game and post-game. Incredible food. We have live music. Have